Hey Jarvis, tell everyone on YouTube that we're launching the Satellite1 voice assistant on a public beta, and then turn off the media room ceiling lights.
Hello YouTube! The Satellite1 voice assistant is launching in 3, 2, 1.
Oh man, so I am so excited to finally launch, guys. It has been a ton of work to get here, and I'd like to start by thanking the Future Proof Homes core team and the contributor team for all of their hard work. Behind the scenes, we've been working tirelessly for many, many months now. We've built an online store. Obviously, we've built hardware, firmware, software, shipping strategies, talking to manufacturers, writing documentation, like a whole freaking company. And this is just the beginning. So in 2025, we will be launching enclosures, speaker accessories, the ceiling mount, and a very exciting local AI server that I think is going to blow people's minds. So 2025 is going to be an awesome year. Um, I'd also like to thank Nabukasa and the Open Home Foundation who build the Home Assistant platform. Without you guys and all your amazing work, myself and our team would not be able to do what we're doing. So thank you guys for all the support and all the great things that you do for the world of open smart homes. Okay, so let's discuss a few details about the Satellite1 launch itself. Firstly, this is a US launch only for now. In Q1 of 2025, we will expand to all of North America, the EU, and the UK. Also, this is a public beta, so please don't go ordering 10 units for your smart home mansion just yet. In fact, we're limiting the launch to 2 units per person. Shipping will begin in January of 2025, and once we sell out, the site will automatically switch into pre-order mode. Okay, so without further ado, let's just jump directly into the live demos, and then we'll go over the hardware a little bit, and then we'll go into some of the frequently asked questions. Okay, so firstly, really high level, the Satellite1 hat is this round board that comes in the dev kit, and then you have the Satellite1 core board, which is this rectangular one here that also comes in the dev kit. And you simply mount these two together via the 40-pin connection right there. So I'll do that in just a moment. The reason that we put these into two separate boards is because if you look at the core board, you'll see it looks a lot like the Raspberry Pi. In fact, it is the 40-pin Raspberry Pi connector. So this means that you could power your Satellite1 hat via a Raspberry Pi if you wanted to, which is just really exciting. And for dev kit purposes, it just is more use cases for the world. Likewise, the 40-pin core board here, you could put your Raspberry Pi accessories on top of this. So if you want to try to power Raspberry Pi accessories with an ESP32, you can do that. And that's why we broke it into two separate boards. Also, if Espressif comes out with a better, faster, stronger ESP32, we can quickly iterate this core board. You can purchase that and then snap it onto the bottom of your Satellite1. And there you go, you've upgraded your hardware at home. So we really believe in modular hardware design, and we'll continue doing that into the future. All right, so I've now connected the core board to the hat, and let's go ahead and plug in USB to where it says ESP32 core right there. And then I'll also plug in to the headphone jack so that we can get some audio in the actual YouTube video for you guys. So this Satellite1 has already been connected to my Wi-Fi. You can see it connecting right now. And it's already been onboarded. I will do another video that goes into depth of how to onboard your Satellite1 and how to configure it. But for demo purposes, this Satellite1 is connected to Home Assistant for local control of your smart devices. And then if it fails, it will roll over and go hit OpenAI. So it does use a cloud connection to try and do really smart things with artificial intelligence. In the near future, I'll be putting out some videos and I'll be demoing how the Satellite1 hat talks directly to our local AI server, no internet connection, and it'll control the home and do all the amazing things that you're about to see, but with no internet connection. So anyway, this is already set up and connected. Let's go ahead and start to use it. Hey Jarvis, what is your name and your purpose?
My name is Jarvis, and my purpose is to assist you with controlling your smart home and answering your questions about the world.
Cool. So obviously the Home Assistant server couldn't answer that, so it fell back and it decided to reach out to OpenAI to get that response. Hey Jarvis, turn on the media room fans. So I don't know if you can see, but now the fans are moving, and that was handled locally. That did not require OpenAI. Hey Jarvis, it's a bit dark in here.
The lights in the media room are now on. Enjoy!
So you can see the lights are on. Let's go ahead and set those to 100%. Hey Jarvis, set the media room ceiling lights to 100% brightness. So that particular call happened locally with no internet connection. Let's ask some questions about the state of the home. Hey Jarvis, can you tell me, is the garage door open?
Yes, the garage door is currently open.
Hey Jarvis, can you close it please?
The garage door is now closed.
And there it goes. So the garage door is closing. Hey Jarvis, set a timer for 15 seconds.
Timer set for 15 seconds.
And you'll see the LEDs count down as an indicator. I'll fast forward a little bit. Hey Jarvis, stop the timer. Okay, so hey Jarvis, can you give me short instructions on how to make buttermilk?
Sure. Here are the short instructions. 1. Pour 1 cup of milk into a cup. 2. Add 1 tablespoon of white vinegar or lemon juice. 3. Stir
Yeah,
and
so you
let
get
it
the
sit
idea.
for 5 to 10 minutes.
Hey Jarvis.
Your homemade...
All right, so I've just interrupted the long response there, which is a good feature. Hey Jarvis, play royalty-free music on the media room demo speaker. Oh, so peaceful. Hey Jarvis, stop the music and set the media room ceiling lights to 1% and turn off the media room fans, please. Okay.
The music has been paused. The media room ceiling lights are set to 1% and the media room fans are turned off.
Yeah, so that's a really good example of chaining commands together, which is just really convenient. You don't have to say the wake word 3 times to issue 3 different commands. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. You're probably saying, yeah, Brad, but you're not playing the music through like a loudspeaker in the room. And can the voice assistant hear you when loud music is playing? And that's called audio echo cancellation. And the answer is yes. That's what the XMOS chip does for us. So whenever the Satellite1 is playing audio through the room, the microphones pick up that audio. And the XMOS chip will cancel its own audio out so it just hears the voice. So in order to do that, we're going to have to plug the Satellite1 into a speaker, and I'll switch microphones so you guys can hear the entire room. So let's do that. Okay, so in order to do this demo, we are going to unplug the Satellite1 from the YouTube studio, And we're going to plug in one of these cheap kind of soundbar speakers. And it has a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So just plug it in. And we're going to turn the volume all the way up. And make sure the Satellite1 volume, maybe at 75% or so. There we go. Hey Jarvis, play the artist Spoon on the Media Room demo speaker. Okay, so pretty loud here. And just a few feet away. Hey Jarvis, what time is it and what is your name? What time is it and what is your name? And you can see that volume.
The time is 9:42 p.m. and my name is Jarvis.
Hey Jarvis, stop the music on the Media Room demo speaker.
The music on the Media Room demo speaker has been stopped.
Okay, so you can see that the microphones can still hear me in the room even though it's being bombarded with sound from the speaker nearby. But I'm going to go even a step further because I love you guys. And we are going to completely remove the Satellite1. Oh no! Because we are introducing, or at least giving a sneak peek of the Satellite1 mini speaker. So this is the Satellite1 with a 3D printed enclosure on it. We will share these files for you guys to print at home. Please don't bug us about it every single day. We will get it to you, I promise. Here's the mini speaker. And we have some polyfill in there. And we have this 25 watt BMR speaker, which this thing is really loud. It sounds amazing. So I'll go ahead and put the polyfill in. This doesn't create a perfect seal right now, so I'm going to cheat a little bit. Forgive my dirty napkin, but we're going to put that there. Yep, let's do that. And then we'll put our Satellite1 right here. Forgive all the tangled wires. And let's go ahead and plug in. So we'll give it just a moment to boot up, and you'll see in a second that the LEDs start to twinkle kind of blue, and that's because it's trying to jump on the Wi-Fi. And I'll fast forward a little bit to where it boots up. All right, so we're all booted up. Mute, unmute. Let's turn the volume up. Yeah, we'll do 80% there. Hey Jarvis, play Nirvana on the desk speaker.
Okay.
All right, so I'll even walk over here on the other side of the room. Really loud. Hey Jarvis. Hey Jarvis. Set the media room ceiling lights to 1% brightness. Set the media room ceiling lights to 1% brightness.
Brightness set.
And the music fades back up. Hey Jarvis, stop the music on the desk speaker. Stop the music on the desk speaker.
The music has been stopped on the desk speaker in the media room.
Cool. So yeah, just kind of exciting to see that the mini speaker is starting to form, and those will connect together via the 40 pins or the two 40 pin connectors that you saw. Also, this speaker, when it comes out, guys, is going to give you a Ethernet connection. So you will get, you'll plug USB-C in here. You'll be able to, for power, you'll be able to plug in a PoE connection if you want to for power and for networking. And you'll also be able to plug in a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack to an external speaker if you want. So that's what we're working on now, is getting the Sat1 in an enclosure and then getting the mini speaker built, and then you'll be able to stack them both together. So get the dev kit today, and then the enclosures and speakers are coming out. And if you want to help us build it, that would be excellent. Okay, so in this next section, we're going to bring up the actual software and the user interface that you would see if you look at your Satellite1 as an ESP device inside Home Assistant. Under Settings, Devices, go to ESP Home, and you'll see all your Satellite1s here. I'm going to go into the media room demo, so that's this device here. And you'll see as I turn the volume up that the slider kind of stays in sync, and the LEDs, indicate the same thing. We have our ambient light sensor, our humidity sensor, and our temperature sensor. You also have the ability down here to offset the humidity and the temperature. Don't forget that you can plug in your LD2450 mmWave sensor into here. I'll go ahead and do that really quickly. And so now you can get motion and be able to detect even non-motion. So if someone is sitting on the couch and they're not moving, this sensor can tell you that somebody's in the room so that the lights stay on. No more having to wave your arms around to try to get the lights to turn on. I'll in future videos show you guys how to configure the mmWave, and we have a lot of that on docs.futureproofhomes.net. So you can go read about how to set up your mmWave on the Satellite1. Let's continue going down here. So you see that there's sensors here for the buttons. So as I push buttons, like I'll turn the hardware mute on. And you see the red little LED next to the button that indicates a hardware mute. And I'll turn it off. But if you use the software mute, you don't have that little red button or little red light next to the button. So that's an easy way to determine if you are hardware muted or software muted. Let's go ahead and unmute. Yeah, you can select your pipelines, whether you want to use completely local, or there's our secret AI base station that we're working on. But you have your Google AI, your Open AI, so ChatGPT, and then, like I said, eventually we're going to have our own base station. The wake word sound, that's that chime that you hear through the speaker. You could turn that off if you want to. And then you could change your wake word here. And then down here, you'll see that I've enabled the beta firmware. You'll see that I could restart the device. We have built a method to get sensor data out of the device that tells you how much voltage you are pulling through your USB. So this is 9 volts, which is great. That means that I can power a speaker. So please make sure that you have 9 volts if you're wanting to power a speaker. And then you have your XMOS firmware here. So since I've opted in to the beta firmware, you'll see that there's an update right here, and I could click update and just do the over-the-air update. All right, cool. So you probably thought that that's it, but there's more. I'm now going to walk around the house and show you that I've installed Sat1s into the ceilings of my media room here, the living room, and the loft. And so we'll get to experience talking to the device through the in-ceiling speakers, which is really cool. I will mention that the components that you need to do this, I purchased from htd.com. And I'm not going to recommend doing this quite yet because it is a little bit of a hack. But this is exactly what we're working on, and we'll be rolling out our own components to do exactly this. All right, so let's go walk through the home. Please forgive how dirty the home is. I'm getting ready for launch and for Christmas, and kids are a lot. So I've changed the wake word as well. Okay, Nabu, where is the home theater remote?
I found the home theater remote. It should be nearby.
All right, so we'll go ahead and turn that off. And that's just a demonstration of a script inside Home Assistant that finds the NVIDIA Shield remote. So walking into the loft in here. And okay, Nabu. Okay, Nabu. What time is it? And turn off the loft lights, please.
The loft lights have been turned off.
Okay, Nabu. What time is it?
For 26 p.m.
All right. And then walking down. And there's ours up there. So, okay, Nabu. Turn on the Christmas tree and turn on the living room TV.
The Christmas tree lights and the living room TV have been turned on.
Yep. So there you go. It is truly an amazing experience to have your own AI-powered voice assistant built into the ceiling. If you've never experienced that, it changes everything. It enables everyone in the room to really interact with the device. And it's a lot of fun to have just conversations with an AI in the home. Okay, so a few quick frequently asked questions before we wrap up. I suspect the first one is, why are you launching in the US only? And the answer is that we're trying to avoid really high fees from shipping carriers and customs and duties and brokers and all the middlemen between me and you. And so if we get our volume up, I'm able to strike deals with all these carriers, and I can do things like DDP and like basically offset the cost with duties. And it just makes it so much easier for me to get the product to you guys. So the goal is in Q1 to get this going. The next question is probably, how do I connect my Satellite1 to Home Assistant and to OpenAI or an LLM? And so detailed onboarding videos are going to be coming really soon. So keep an eye on the YouTube channel. And then you can also go to docs.futureproofhomes.net to read all our documentation. I think another question is probably, can I 3D print the enclosure? And the answer is absolutely. And we will put those files online. We'd love if you guys iterate it with us and try to build a really great enclosure with us. But yeah, those will be online and you'll be able to download those. The next question is, how can I contribute? So we are open source. You can go to our GitHub. You can see the code there. We'll be putting our XMOS code out as well, so you'll be able to help contribute there. And then you can also go hit up our Discord. Okay, another question is probably, what accessories do I need? So you can go to docs.futureproofhomes.net for recommendations of things like power supplies and speakers and cables and sensors. I aspire to later on put all of these components in the dev kit and just ship them to you. It's just going to take a while to get all those parts into one place and to get all the packaging going, so please bear with me as the store starts to ramp up. Okay, and then I bet you guys are wondering, well, what's next on the roadmap? Like, what are you going to be building? And at a really high level, it's we're going to build enclosures, the mini speaker, and then we're going to be moving on to in-ceiling and the AI base station. And I'll be demoing all those things as those products come to life more and more. So just continue watching the YouTube channel. Go to the Discord to talk to us. You could also look at futureproofhomes.net and read our blog. So you'll be able to track all that stuff online. Okay, so that's it for today. Head on over to futureproofhomes.net to grab your Satellite1 dev kit in our public beta. Help us refine the technology and shape the future of open source voice assistants. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.